Hey guys, it's Joshy here, and I'm bringing you another Sun and Moon dice battle. Now, this is a multi-dice battle, which was really good off Pimp Knight's chat. It was Jake, Toasty, Flag, and myself, and it was so fun. Funny thing is, though, Jake only bought 2 Pokemon because he ran out of time getting his Pokemon picked. But nonetheless, it was still fun. Now, there is some rule updates as well. There have been a few rules banned. Just check them like Spite and Encore, as well as there is a new rule in place. If you run out of PP with a move, you just use the next move. So if you rolled number 1, there's no PP, you use 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 4 you go to 1. So that's just in that case. So anyway, here, these Pokemon we did all roll to see who we got. And I actually did get my Shedinja, and yes, Shedinja is banned in any in doubles and multis, but well, in multis anyway, and possibly doubles. I can't remember what rule we figured out. But this was pre that rule. So once again, like, they're rules that we learn. So anyway, we actually both rolled a 5 on our team, which did suck. And, you know, luckily Swanner avoids the Will-O-Wisp because I am a physical Swanner. And his Drain Punch does do a bit to survive Superior. So we're hoping to get a grass roll with here because you roll 2 die. Your first die, 1, 2, 3, 4, picture move, 5, switch, 6, your choice completely. And then you roll a second die. 1, 3, and 5 is the left opponent. 2, 4, and 6 is the right opponent. So, unfortunately, that swap there did, lessen the damage because of super effective and resistances. But the Superior gets the, Superior gets the Toxic off, but unfortunately, we really wanted that grass move, so I can't remember what roll it was, but it didn't matter. So he actually rolls the exact same again, Drain Punch on, I believe that would be his 1, 3, or 5. So as I said, it's really cool, not only is it up in the air of what move you get in a mixed or double, it's also up in the air of who you get to attack, which also works in the free-for-all, which I haven't had a free-for-all dice yet, but I'll be looking at having it. So anyway, I rolled a Roost, which isn't too bad. I do get that bit of health back, but it's not that much. I'm actually fearing the electric attack from the Luxray, but I'm lucky that he rolled the Ice Fang, not the Thunder Fang, because I would have been obliterated. And then he actually gets the Attract here, and I'm like, okay, well this, especially in a single dice, that'll be a good Pokemon to have out, because once you get the Attract and the Toxic up, you can really wear him down. And lucky that Swellow over there gets the Flame Orb on the swap. We haven't touched it yet, so hopefully, and he rolls a Pursuit, thank goodness. So I luckily didn't roll a 5, but I did roll a Me First on the Swellow, which would have been a shame because I wish I got the Me First on the Luxray because I do actually outspeed that one. Finally, Superior gets that grass move, but unfortunately it's a bit late, and obviously it's contrary. But that bit unfortunate. If the Seismitoad was still out, that would have done a lot of damage. So that Luxray is really taking hurt from the poison, and that burn, it's building up, so it's not too bad. So we're seeing what happens here. Obviously, he rolls a Pursuit again, this time on Superior, and it's taking him down quite low. I get the Me First. This time it's on the Luxray, which is really good, so at least I get to use something. So it's Spark, and it's it does enough that at least the Toxic's definitely going to take him out this turn. Hoping that he doesn't get through, and he does get through. And luckily for me, it hits the Superior, but it didn't matter who he hit. We were going down with our weaknesses. So unfortunately, Superior is down. So Jake is already on his last Pokemon, which is his Clefable. So he now has last Pokemon clause that if he rolls a 5, it becomes a 6. So he can pick which move and which target to hit. So, and that's only with the first roll. So it does, if he rolls a 5 or a 6, you disregard the second. So here comes in Lachlan, his shiny Jolteon. Now, Flag was telling us that Lachlan is based off a YouTuber, I believe an Australian PokeTuber, who really loves Jolteons. So when he got the shiny and wanted to make a Jolteon, he named it Lachlan. Now, I actually haven't watched his YouTube channel, but I may get onto it. So he gets the work up here, which I know I have versus this guy, and if anyone remembers, might have seen him in some of the videos, is that shiny Jolteon, and yeah, it's fine. But he is a very physical set. So I get the Brave Bird off, which I'm like, okay, good. Whatever I hit's going to at least take some damage. I hit that thing so hard, and he just lives there. I'm like, damn it. At least I've got, if I don't get hits first next turn, he's out. And the Clefable rolls the Carmine, which isn't too bad. I mean, obviously he's got to watch out for Lachlan because it is a physical Jolteon. But I know there are some special attackers on the team, and this Clefable can be a real big pain. So he gets Thunderbang. Unfortunately, it's on the Swanner, so that Lychee boost doesn't matter now, and Swanner's going to go down there. He does lose a little bit to his life orb though, so that's fine. And he actually gets the Volt switch on the Galvantula. I really like Galvantula. I got to breed a shiny one because it goes with a few Pokemon I got at the moment. And he brings back in the Swallow. You know, when you roll a 5, you get to choose. It doesn't matter anyway. Soft Boil's going to get off there, and he gets his HP back, which was not too much off anyway. So this Swallow will slowly lose more HP, but thanks to his guts, he's a lot stronger. So here I bring in the Shedinja, and as you'll see here, people, you do realise why. Now, he rolls, thank goodness, so he loses his attack boost there, and Hothead comes back out, so we've got this. So it is actually worrying for me, because I am versing a fire and a flying, and I'm weak to both, so luckily I don't get hit that turn, though that does a lot to Clefable there, and I'm lucky enough this turn myself that I actually got the Z move off, and the swap worked perfectly for me too, because, well, it didn't really matter, because either way, I'm actually using the Grandium Z with Dig. This guy actually bred, he's not the best IVs, he's got 3 or 4 top IVs, but I bred a shiny Nincada back in X, because I was like, well, I get 2 shinies for the price of 1 there. So that is easily going to be enough to like one-shot that Hothead there, which is really good. I like this. So, I mean, as I said, Shedinja is technically banned in these, but I think he's going to be, if dice battles do occur more, Shedinja in the ones he's allowed in actually could be a real, like, really good Pokemon to use. And then people have got to figure out and get Pokemon out here that at least have ways of stopping Shedinja, whether it's, you know, effects or this or that. So that'll be really cool to see. So Lachlan comes back in, he gets the work up again, so it can be a bit of a worry, but luckily it gives enough time for us to take things out. And then the Swallow gets a Brave Bird, and I'm like, please not me, and looks straight at the Clefable again, which, you know, is good, but isn't good, because he's going down, but Clefable's really, really risky here, and, you know, with Jake accidentally only taking, you know, 2 Pokemon into this battle because he ran out of time, it's a bit of a worry. So even though he keeps getting the Soft Boil, keeps him alive at least, so he's at least a target while I can start attacking things. But Kim K comes back in, which is our... Oh, not mine. It is Toasty's Seismitoad. Toasty's got 2 left. Unfortunately for me, he does actually, I remember this, I believe he didn't roll a 5 or a 6 because he's on last Pokemon. He actually rolled the Protect, which really sucks because that Dig would have done a lot of damage to Lachlan over there, and could have really made a big change. But that's what happens with the rolls. That's the fun of it. So Clefable finally gets to have a metronome here. See what damage. Gets Spore. Does put Kim K to sleep, so she can sleep on her lumps. But at this late stage, you know, as I said, because Jake only has 1 Pokemon left instead of 2, it makes it a bit harder. So I get the Shadow Sneak off, and that doesn't do too bad damage to Kim K. Then I'm like, oh, it was a crit, so that's alright. But Lachlan does get another workup up, and this thing's becoming more dangerous with every workup. We really need to take it out if we can. Kim K still has a nap. There's probably a few Snapchat stories about that for anyone who follows her. I do not. And Clefable goes for another metronome. And here we're like, come on, give us something good. And it gets Defend Order. I'm like, well, it does help, but we really need to take one of these guys out, especially this Lachlan, this Jolteon, because it is getting boosts we don't need it to have. Plus, because he's on his last Pokemon, he has last Pokemon Claw, so if he rolls a 5, he can pick whatever move, and definitely at this stage probably take the Clefable out from where he's at. Kim K actually wakes back up, but luckily rolled the Attract on that one, so it doesn't matter. I get the Shadow Claw off, hit Lachlan. You know, Lachlan's not a very defensive Pokemon there, so it does a bit. And Kim K's love on Clefable wears off. Clefable is absolutely in love with Kim K for whatever reason. And yeah, so Lachlan gets Thunderfang off, but luckily it was on Shedinja, so that's fine. Drain Punch this time does hit the Clefable, but luckily for the Defend Order and everything, it does virtually nothing. Like, what was it, like 4 or 5 HP? So, you know, it's not too bad. And I got X-Scissor, I was hoping for the other target, but that does a lot of damage. I'm like, another crit. This thing is getting so lucky with its crits. I'm loving it. And he rolled Soft Boil. I'm like, damn it, I know this thing carries Moonblast. Just roll Moonblast and let's take one of them out. Especially that Lachlan. If we can take him out, then it's just one trader to concentrate on. But it's all up in the air. And so this time Lachlan rolls the last resort and obviously is hitting Clefable. Doesn't take it out. I'm surprised. I thought he might have got a higher lot. But it's interesting actually having a last resort Pokemon here because it could have done a lot more. But it doesn't. And I get the crit again and I take that Kim K out and I'm like, okay, good. So I actually have 2 Pokemon left, but we don't know what's going to happen here. He actually gets a Moonblast off on Lachlan and Lachlan's down. So even though Jake only bought 2 Pokemon, we actually have 3 left on our side and he has just Bug Zapper? Yeah, just Bug Zapper left. So I'm like, okay, let's see, come on, can we do this? Can we do this? So I actually rolled a 5, my Druddigan comes back in. He actually doesn't have anything at this stage to hit. So unless I screw up, I've confirmed the win, unfortunately. So we get the Metronome off, and like, let's see, do we get an attack, do we not? We get Strength, and so the move you don't get to see actually gets to win us that battle. So surprisingly, we won that, even though there was less Pokemon outside of the field. But that's the luck of the draw. It was really fun. I loved it. I will be having more. I think I have another one to upload at another time. I've got a few lined up, which is really good. With Lucy, who is actually really enjoying the Dice Battle multis, so I'm glad of that. So shout out Lucy, keep spreading it. And as I said, I've got another one coming soon with it was Gods and Nacho, was it? I think today that I'm going to upload. I haven't watched it because I am actually going to narrate it the first time I watch it because it's going to be really cool. But guys, if you have any suggestions of that, chuck them in the comments below. You know, if you like the video, please do shadow claw that like button because it always does help. And guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.